This is the road that leads into the launch area of HM-40, Key Largo, Florida, B battery. This is the road that we'd all park on when we'd come down here to go to work every day. We'd come up this road up here, the main gate, not the main gate, well, I guess you could call it the main gate. And the guard shack would be up here on the left. There'd be cars parked all up and down this road right here because none of these trees were here.
It's obviously a lot wider. You should see all the snails over here. All of them. Oh man.
We're getting close now to where the guard shack was and where the ready building, the launcher control trailer, the generator shack stood on the right up here. Now right here in this opening is where the gate was.
Right here it is.
And here's the gate. Right here's the gate. It's still there.
On both sides.
Yep. But this is not the gate that was here though. It was a slide gate.
Monroe County Fence Company is what it says on there.
This is where the guard shack was.
There's some kind of picture here.
Right here where all the rubble, that was the guard shack. And we're going to turn this off and catch you again in a little bit. This is the launch area of B battery HM-40, Key Largo, Florida in 1965. You can see this was when the old state road was there before 905 was built. This is the IFC area. You can see where they laid the miles of cable to the launch area. You can see all three barns, A, B, and C. You can see the maintenance warhead building, the ready building, the launch control trailer. You can see the dig hole where they dug out to build up on the ground to build for the barns. This is just a little bit closer of a picture of it, of the launch area. Same thing, just a little bit closer. Now cut. We are standing at the entrance to the launch area of B battery HM-40 Key Largo. This is a picture of what the main gate and the guard shack looked like, and I would say probably around 1969. Now we're going to step over to the side and back away. This is what the guard shack looks like now. If you want to come this way on that, show them the rubble right here. This is where the guard shack stood. I'm sure a lot of you gentlemen, if you were stationed here and were launcher crewmen, you remember this little area right here. This is all that's left of the guard shack. Now, we're going to turn around. We're going to go over to this area. We're going to step right over in here. This is where the water tank stood. Come on in here so you can get a picture of it and then we'll sit back there. You can still see the frames where the tank's set. And then the one in the very far back is where the largest tank was. You can still see some of the perimeter fence in the back if you look real close. Now if we sort of turn to the left a little bit, where this rubble is standing, this is where the air conditioning unit or the filtration for the launcher control tower sat. Now also, if you pan back around a little to the right, about right in this area is where the lightning irrigator or arrestor stood. That is now a flagpole at the Crocodile Lake Sanctuary office. And we're going to step back out this way now. Now I want everyone to know that My wife and I are doing this in all homage to this ground because to me, you know, it's part of my life. I serve my country right here on this piece of ground. And we're going to step over this area, and I'm going to let Miss Annette film this picture here, the top one. This is the launch control trailer. You can also see the lightning arrestor, the air conditioning or filtration for the trailer. Now I'm going to move away, and this is where it stood. This is what it looks like now. Now we're going to keep moving forward. Got a lot I want to show you if we can. Now, up here on the right is where the generator shed stood. Right in this area here. This was where the generator stood. The shed and the generator. Now, if you turn around, facing the other way, and if we look at this picture right here again, excuse me, we can see the Ready building right here. Now, over this way to your left is where that Ready building stood. Miss Annette, if you can, you don't have to walk in there, but just sort of see if you can get up in that area up there in the shadows and stuff. This is where our Ready building stood. You can still see the block. You can still see where the concrete pads were. This is where it was at, the Ready building. 2022. We're going to move on down the road a little bit. Now over to the left, and you can still see the rubble. It's where the little shed stood. And if I'm not mistaken, it either housed lawnmowers or paint. I know they weren't both together, but we did a lot of both of them here. So one or the other was in this shed that stood right here. And we're going to continue on. Now, we've got to work, we've stood in formation, we've checked in, we know what we're supposed to do. You've paired up with your partner, and you're getting ready to go into the exclusion zone and go down into the missiles and do your dailies. So we come right here. In this area, right in here, from here over this way, is where the exclusion security building stood. It had a turnstile in it, if you remember. Had a fenced off little room where the security guard stood to check your ID to make sure you are who you're supposed to be and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But this is where it stood. And you can see now what it looks like in 2022. And also, if you picture in your mind just to keep looking on past all this, when it was all cleared off, and you could see all 3 berms and all 3 barns. You could see the path around the whole missile sites. You could see the double perimeter fence just from right here, and look at it now. Now we're going to move on up the road toward where the missile assembly building used to be. If we look over to our left, we will see where the sewage treatment plant used to sit. This was the area right here. If any of you that were stationed here can remember what it looked like, then this is what it looks like now. And we're going to keep moving forward. Now, Annette, if you'll look over this way, and if you can see the fence, if you can bring it in where they can see the fence. This was the dog run. This was the area where they trained their dogs and run them, let them get their exercise. In behind that fence in that area, it all used to be clear. If you look real hard, if you were here, if you looked real hard down through there, you could see the fence on past this one. That was the perimeter. But it's very, very hard to see. Did you get it?
I did.
All right.
I'm good like that. I'm good like that, you know.
Hey, girl. Look at the fence, how that fence.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of the dog fence there. That's over there. So.
Light pole.
Huh?
Light pole.
Oh, light pole. Yeah, light pole.
Light pole. Not anymore, but it was at one time.
Okay. Start right here and that, and just sort of try
The
to get it to
berm.
where you can see the berm going up. Because this is the start of the berm for the missile warhead assembly building. A lot of memories. We'll just keep walking, baby. Now we're going to head down to the beginning of the double perimeter fence on the side where the missile assembly building was at. Where the guard tower stood. I actually found the pad to the guard tower. The guard tower's been gone for a long, long time, but I did find the pad. It was right at the corner of where the double perimeter fence started. Right where it sat all those years. They can see the burn. Now this is going to be the other end of the missile warhead assembly building berm. And if you want to, honey, just slowly turn around and just pan that whole area right there. Let them see that whole area. Sure looks a lot different, don't it? But at the same time, it looks the same. Move on to it. Here's the end of the berm again. You can still see a little bit of the white up there, can't you, Annette?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
A little bit.
Mm.
There's a fire place right down through there. Oh, they got this box. Yeah, they got things down in there, the things to live under. This is all Crocodile Lake Sanctuary land now. This is federal land. We got permission to come out here. You know, we just didn't come out here on our own. We asked the proper people and they said we could. These are nesting areas that Annette's looking at down in here. They have several endangered animals, I think, that lives out in this area. And also, they also told me that the Bermuda python is out in here now too. So they're really keeping an eye on that.
The Bermuda?
Is it python? Burmese, excuse me. Burmese python,
yeah.
excuse me.
Now.
Okay, I'm all going, baby.
So if you see something drop the phone and it just
I forgot to bring my
and I take off and I'm screaming. Yeah, no, I seen a snake. Did you?
Oh, that's in the car. Never mind. Okay. I'll come right here, Nate. You'll have to zoom in on it pretty good. See that blocks down in yonder?
Yep.
That's where that pad's at. Now there's a complete pad down in there, but that's just rubble because they've got a nest built down in there for something. But the complete pad for the guard tower is still standing right there in the corner. That's where the
I got the edge of it right
Yep.
here. See
That's
it?
where the yep.
Look right here. See it?
That's where the double perimeter fence starts right there.
Right there. See it?
Uh-huh. Okay, we are coming up on A-Barn's bunker. And if we look right over this way, you can see the bunker right over here. This sucks. I should have got my flashlight. But anyway, here we go. Here's a bunker. Can you see back in there?
Mm-hmm.
For
Oh yeah,
anybody who was stationed here that worked in A section barn.
Oh, stinks.
Here, this was your bunker. Sorry I didn't bring my flashlight.
Oh, you can see in there. Trust me. Ooh, he's stinky.
All right, shut the door.
Close it.
We better keep moving on. And then, I don't know if they can tell, but here's the berm.
I can see it. And there's part of it right there.
Yeah, and about right here, let's see, how far in there did we go? Right about right here.
Right there's
what?
those covers, see them?
Oh, yeah. The generator pad stood right in this area somewhere.
Right there's the,
I'm not sure exactly where, but it
See
stood
the
right in here.
concrete?
Yeah.
right in here. And then there's the,
There's the canister for the,
primer,
I can't remember what they call them. Primers,
blasting caps.
something, yes, I'll have to ask and edit this video. I never mess with them. I'm never in charge of them. Okay, we're continuing on around. There's a good spring of the berm right there. Now, we're going to step back in here a little bit as much as we can. This is where, here, let me get up here in front real quick. Back in this area is where A section barn used to be. Can you see me or?
Mm-hmm.
Back in this area here is where the barn's at. You can still see the barn right here good. I'm not quite sure exactly where the cables came out of the bunker because the pads are gone. Possibility right over here. Right there's one of the lights, Georgia lights. Can you see it? Step up this way, maybe it's better. I'm not sure if this rubble is from the launch pads or where it's from, but the launch pads used to be here. This is where the barn stood, and the launcher rails and the launchers. And the berms are back there somewhere behind all that stuff, the rest of the berm. And you can see what it looks like. A section. And we'll move on down the road, to B section. B section. Let's look down here. You should be able to see it.
There's that out frame for that. Frame for something right here.
Yeah, this is at, we're down there double 20%. That's where I tried to go see there. Well, we tried to make it move. Okay. We're about halfway through our journey, everyone. Coming up on the end of A section's berm right up here. And right here it is. This is the other end of it. If you can see it. You can see it right here. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the end of A section's bunker. Or excuse me, berm.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're moving on down toward the B section. And Ned, if you'll sort of get over there toward the side there and let them look down in there is where the drainage areas all used to be. I can remember having to mow grass down in there, man, it's pretty rough. Pretty far down in there. drainage system between A and B barns, going out underneath the double perimeter fence. Now we're coming up on B section berm and B section bunker. And this is the section that I worked in while I was here from November of 75 until June of 78. I'm not going to go back in there. Just come right here and just film right here. I've got pictures of the inside of it. We're not going to open the door on this one, our C bunker. We're just going to pay our respects from the outside here. B section bunker. Let me see. B section bunker. You can still see the yellow and I guess black paint, caution paint after all these years. We're going to continue on now. Look to your right, you can see the double perimeter fence.
A sand pile.
What's that? That's playing the sand. You must be at the beach. I don't know how that one's got two of those.
Well, look, it's actually got four. Because it's got one here and one here, two wooden ones, and then it's got the two barrel drums.
I don't know.
Interesting. You do see what I'm talking about, though, right?
Okay, I mean, berms are wide also, ain't they?
Well, you would have to hold back the
Yeah,
bolts.
that's some of the original material from the barn.
Right. You okay?
Okay, everybody, to your left here is where B barn stood, right back in this area. We're going to venture back through here a little bit and check on something. There's that one I busted my butt on. See it laying on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
You're not going back up in there, though.
I was just looking to see.
There's the
Looks
poles,
like
so.
an escape hatch up on the right.
Yep.
So that's the escape hatch. That means the rattle here. And that means that those cables.
Look right here. There's a light fixture right there. See it?
Yep, sure do. That might be the one I busted my butt on. One of them. It got me good. After that, I had the shingles.
Yeah. And you're still Mm-mm-mm.
This is about the
Just
area
don't
I'd say
stand
where
on
the-
that board right there. I don't know why that's there, but just don't stand on it. Phew, that breeze feels so good. Oh, there's another snake box. Man, they got them everywhere.
This one ain't quite straight up as high as that area.
What's that?
Not yet, this area.
No, not quite yet.
That's a piece of wire, I think. No, that's fine, I swear.
There's another snake box over there. Holy moly.
It's still there.
Huh?
It's still there.
Yep, it sure is. Move out of the way so I can get a picture of it.
It's right in the tree.
There it is. Da-da-da.
I put this Spec 4 pin in this tree last year in May of 2021. Got permission to do this. I did this out of respect for B section. Here you go. 2022, November, still there.
Now if they just never cut the tree down.
I don't think they'll ever cut the tree down.
Hurricane never takes it out, or
Pan around that way a little bit, hon. And just this area here has grown up a whole bunch just since we were here last year. We are inside the U-shaped berm of B section. The barn used to sit about right in this area where we're standing. With the big old sliding doors on it. And I guess we'll mosey along. And here is the end of B section's berm.
mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Yeah, you can see down in here again where the drainage area is, in between the barns. This used to all be clear down in here, and you can see what it looks like now. Sea barns grown up more than any of them. It's probably going to be hard to see pretty much anything. But we're going to give it a shot. There's the drainage area down there again. Okay, up on sea berm and sea bunker. This looks like where the generator pad might have used to sit, right out in this area. I can remember they were very, very loud. And this is C-section's bunker. We're not going to go in. And this is where Charlie Barn used to sit. in this area right here. And you can see it's grown up pretty big time. C-section. Can't see nothing. I hear the birds, frogs.
They sound like tree branches when the wind hit you, rubbing each other. There's snake box. Ugh.
And once again, back in that area is where sea barn stood. The berm's still there, you just can't see it. You can only see the ends of them.
And that sand of one right over there.
Ridge right here is the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to continue on in our tour.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going around this is the, film on it for here, Net. This is the road, I guess, that went all the way around the launcher area.
You can see still part of it right here.
Yeah, and this is what it looks like now. This is on past C-section barn, going towards where the guard tower stood in the far corner. Keep following the path going around.
Not much of a road anymore.
Nope, not much road at all. If you're lucky, we might be able to catch a glimpse of the planter fence.
I don't remember how to go through here. If it gets to be swampy and marshy, we're going to have to turn around.
Yeah. See our C-section bunker over there, see it? You can just sort of see it, the outline of it or layer.
Mm-hmm.
The fence is back in there somewhere.
I see it. I can
You
see
see
the
it?
fence through here. Yeah, right through here. Right through there, look. Look right straight through there. Can you see it? I can see it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Not yet, no. I know it's over there though.
I can see it. All right, keep going.
This is the path that went all the way around the launch area, inside the double perimeter fence. And you can see now that it's just nothing but a path. I'll see the fence around now. I'll see the sun shining on it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to see it pretty good over here.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
And then if you'll pan around to the left a little bit, I'm not sure exactly where over in this area. There used to be a helicopter pad to where if a helicopter was ever come in, they would land right there on that pad. But all I remember is it was on this side of Charlie's bunker. Build out there for stuff to grow or to live in. See the fence up there, you see it? You remember walking through here the last time we was here?
I remember trying to find a pathway. Oh, look at here. This tree was down. You were going to get nowhere. Do you smell that? I smell pot. It smells like pot.
Oh, there was a snake.
Was it really? What kind of a snake?
I don't know. It just squirted through there.
You might as well just keep on going. I don't want to see a snake.
Right there's the back of Charlie's bunker right there.
Hmm?
Right there's the back of Charlie's barn, excuse me. Right there.
Oh, yeah, because we were right here with the car.
Uh-huh. Oh, hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay.
Really?
I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets.
This has been an adventure, ain't it?
It's been something.
Maybe it is, almost.
Yeah, I hear you, bird. You hear stuff.
Yep, there's the road right there.
Part of the road right there. Well, we're on the road too, but there's part of it.
All this area that Annette's filming used to be clear, nothing but grass and white berms and missile bars. Oh, you can see the fence real good right there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the fence real good there.
Yeah, I see it. Don't see any stay away, stay off of government property signs. Man, oh, man.
Maybe they'll cut them boxes somehow when they get in, they can't get out.
Maybe.
Now we're coming up on the back end of B section bunker or berm. You see it real good right here. Is that the sunburn tree?
Yes. And those weren't down here when you were here, correct?
I'm not here. I don't know. The green oaks, I don't know, but not here on this side, no. There's no trees here on this side. I mean, no, baby.
Hmm?
No. I mean, there was a tree right between the guard shack and right beside the ready building. There was a couple trees on, like one tree on each side of the ready building, I think, and that was it. There's the bunker. How is it saying bunker? Berm. are finished with our day of work, and we're going to go back through the security exclusion building and go to the ready building and get some cold water and get the gate and then go home.
Mm-hmm. Lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out.